Welcome to Exogenesis, Perils of Rebirth. For those unaware, this is a game that has been through a rough development cycle. To put into context for you, if you look on my channel 5 years ago, I did the demo for this game, and it is starting to come out. So I say starting because it is not available to the public as of this video going up. I do not believe the ending is in this game just yet, but there's supposed to be many hours of content. As for the premise, in case you're wondering, there's been a disaster, cataclysm ensued, city's not doing too hot. But surely that doesn't matter compared to the fact that Yudai lost his sister, and he's heard of something called the Lazarus Protocol that allows him to bring her back. So he and his group of friends decide to set out in search of this Lazarus Protocol, and surely nothing will go wrong. And with that, let's go on in. So for those unaware, this is also a zero escape type game. You're going to encounter puzzle rooms. The anguish of the earth absolves our eyes, till beauty shines in all that we can see. War is our scourge, yet war has made us wise. In fighting for our freedom we are free. Horror of wounds and anger at the foe, and loss of things desired, all those must pass. We are the happy legion, for we know time's but a golden wind that shakes the grass. And I couldn't read the rest of it for you guys because it moves that fast. So yeah, expect puzzle rooms and stuff. So I did the puzzle room in the demo. I don't know if we're going to encounter the same thing, what all has changed since then. We're in the prologue, which may actually show you Yudai and Miho. She hasn't talked in a while. I guess these things take time. It was incredibly hot outside. We'd spent the entire morning looking for supplies.
Hey, look at this place! It's huge! I wonder what they used to do here. Whatever it was, I'm glad they left us a place to rest. Still don't feel like talking, huh? It's okay. No need to force it. This place is huge, though. And the roof is all weird. Nothing like any other building we've seen before, huh?
You look tired. He tried to stay energetic, but he was drenched in sweat and breathing a bit heavily.
Let's see what we can find, huh? You stay here while I search the place. Stand guard, okay? Make sure there aren't any enemies around. Especially not now Yuki. He's gonna ruin everything. You know, he's got all the bad luck when it comes to scavenging. I'm not saying bad things behind his back, okay? I say that to his face all the time. Anyway, I've got searching to do.
You continued to wear a grin as he walked around, his eyes darting all over the place.
It's not that far away from camp. Maybe they've already searched every inch of the place. But you never know. Watch my back, okay?
Miho followed him with an empty gaze, staying in place where she stood. It didn't take long before you came back with nothing but a little soot on his face.
Empty. Did you know? I heard the army is passing through this afternoon to give away supplies. With the biochips Mom and Dad left us, the soldiers should feed us. It's getting a little harder to find useful stuff in nearby areas. But don't you worry. Sanctus will take care of us, just like they took care of Mom and Dad. We've already met quota for today anyway, so we'll be fine. Yeah, I'm too hungry to move. And it's too hot outside. It's probably too early to go back, though. You must be tired. How about we stay here a bit longer? Hang in there, all right? We're both hungry, but I'm here for you. After 2 days of only one meal a day, even I don't feel like talking.
You really went here, didn't you?
Now, Yuki!
I think they called this place, church, was it?
A church? What's that?
Who knows? There doesn't seem to be a lot of them around. Anyway, check out what I found!
What?
Treasure!
Really? How much does it barter for?
Barter? You gotta be kidding me! This treasure's priceless!
Huh? What kind of treasure has no value?
Now. Not everything has to be traded in for supplies, you know.
Don't be crazy. If it doesn't help you survive, it's junk.
And that's what separates my genius from you peons. You don't understand anything.
Whatever. Why don't you show me that treasure if it's so cool?
Nuh-uh. You're not worthy to even gaze at it.
What good is it if I can't barter it or even look at it?
It's called a treasure for a reason, dummy. Not just everyone can have it.
Sounds a little snobby to me.
Ha! And that's why you've got so much more to learn.
Says the one who never meets his quota.
A young girl entered the church.
They're here! What are you doing here?
Who's they? The soldiers? Isn't it a little too early?
Too early? Wake up, you! The sun went up centuries ago. The early bird gets the worm, and there's not a lot of worms out there.
I'll have to side with you here. I heard the soldiers were arriving late in the afternoon.
Then maybe you heard wrong. I saw them in the woods on their way to camp.
The girl stormed off. You and Naoyuki stared at each other.
They're here?
I guess.
They're here! Better get moving, you! Miho, leave that slowpoke if he takes too long, okay? I'm off!
Wish we had more time to scavenge, but let's check it out.
The sun sinks into the horizon, plunging the skyline into darkness.
Looks like the kid is here.
Happy to see you too.
Our very own overachiever. Oh, there's you and his sister too.
Turning in early.
Yeah, well, we've reached quota and we didn't want to miss the soldiers.
Soldiers? Oh, right. Sanctus troops are meeting the Elder today to talk about supplies.
So it is true.
Aren't you excited?
He's chipped, remember? Him and his sister. You're a blessing to us, you. Always consistent with the quota. But sometimes I have to wonder, why don't you just run off with Sanctus? Live the good life? They'll take you in with that chip of yours.
It's not that easy. The obvious problem being we have no idea where the nearest Sanctus settlement is.
Come to think of it, we rarely run into Sanctus around these parts.
Food's low as it is. There's no telling how many days we have to pack for.
I hear ya. Are you gonna go with our visitors then?
Why does it have to be you? I'd rather Sanctus take the runt.
The well-dressed nomad looked at Naoyuki, who was caught off guard.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, please, like you don't know? You always bring so much stuff home. When was the last time you met Quota, kid?
Ugh. Quota this, quota that. Why don't you shove your quota up your sphincter?
Look at the mouth on this kid.
Just shut up already, okay? I found treasure today. You heard me? Treasure. Your haul for an entire year wouldn't match up to it.
Really now?
Treasure, he says.
Let me guess. You won't let us in on this treasure of yours.
Not even in your dreams. You stick to your breadcrumbs. Once I show the Elder my treasure, we'll see who has a stupid quota.
Oh, we'll see, all right.
The kid's killing me. Treasure my foot. More like definitely junk.
My treasure's not junk.
Yeah, well, I know my junk's well sought after, but I can't agree with you there.
Good thing no one asked you then.
Come on, kid. Why don't you just try to be like you here? No nonsense, consistent output every single day.
Now, no need to fight, guys. We all have our good days and bad days.
Oh, come on. Don't be coy now. When was the last time you had a bad day? You always hit quota like nobody's business.
Reliable and humble. All kids should be aspired to be like you. Heck, even adults.
The well-dressed nomad nudged the long-haired nomad.
Aren't you glad you's around? If only there were more people like him. Or at least less dumb kids who don't meet quota because they're busy chasing some stupid treasure.
I'm right here.
It's not that bad. I, wouldn't be so motivated without that idiot around.
I said I'm right here.
Moral support, huh? Wish we could eat some of that.
If you didn't try to eat everything, maybe our quota would be lower.
Listen to this kid. Man, I tell you, women and children, they've always got interesting things to say. When it all comes down to it, you either meet quota or let everyone down.
Maybe no one else noticed, but Yu's demeanor clearly changed.
Right now, sure, you always ends up picking up the slack. But if you can't pull your own weight, at some point the hardworking types will be pissed.
Like you work hard.
What? What are you talking about?
Guess who's always home early, greeting people who've been out scavenging? By the time I call it a day, guess who's already just sitting here playing doorman?
The well-dressed nomad was speechless.
Hey now, don't take it so seriously, you.
Yeah, what the heck? I'm just saying we all gotta contribute, right?
That's not everything you've said.
Alright, mighty Negatron. What did I miss?
What's wrong with keeping women and children in the group?
Oh, that. Well, I've seen it happen. Groups with a lot of women and children fall apart real quick. If you're a burden...
The well-dressed nomad drew a line across his neck.
You have to go.
Yu stared for a second, then turned back to the well-dressed nomad with an intense glare.
So what are you trying to say? You want to ditch my sister?
No one would want that. No! You can shut up now. Seriously.
The long-haired nomad interjected, but the well-dressed nomad was already caught up in the heat of the moment.
Look, there's no sugarcoating it. If you can't help the group with finding and securing supplies, why should you get a share? I mean, I'm not asking you this, Yu. You're a scavenging child prodigy or whatever. But I'm sure there are people in the group who think this way. We just have to face the facts. I've seen it happen. I've seen enough to tell you groups encumbered by women and children are more likely to fail.
Yu gritted his teeth and clenched his fists.
I mean, look at little Miho here. Can't even ask her to make a sandwich.
You jerk!
That's enough! Stop arguing with a kid like an immature prick!
The long-haired nomad noticed Yu holding back his anger and tears and stepped in.
Hey man, whatever.
Shut the hell up. You? Why don't you go inside with Miho? You? Please.
Yeah, let's go.
Miho is not a burden. So you guys back off. She just hasn't been feeling well, right? Even if she doesn't do a lick of work for a week, I can make up for it in one day. You want me to do your share too? Come on, bring it on. I'll serve you a feast.
Jeez, Yu, what?
I said shut the hell up. Seriously. For the last time. I'm sorry about this, Yu. He didn't mean it. I'll take care of him for you. Really, it's okay. No one's going to kick Miho or Naoyuki out. Not while I'm around.
Thank you. Let us through.
When Hikari found Yu and Naoyuki, the boys were uncharacteristically silent. She thought she had stepped into Bizarro World.
Guys? What are you up to?
Naoyuki snapped out of his daze.
Hey, Hikari. I was just telling you here some tips to find more supplies.
What? You're giving tips? You, now isn't being a bully, is he?
I'm not bullying him. Come on, you. Cheer up.
You're one to talk.
Yeah, as if you would need your advice to meet quota.
Aren't you pissed?
No, I'm...
Hikari saw Yu glaring at Naoyuki. He looked more like a bully.
They were making fun of you real bad. That wasn't cool at all.
You.
Did something happen out there?
It's nothing. Let's not talk about it.
But something did happen. Right, you?
What do you want me to say?
Nothing. You don't have to say anything. I'll do the talking.
What are you...
Oh, now you've got something to say.
Whatever.
No, no bullying.
You're the lamest friend ever.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're...
Yu felt Miho tug on his shirt. A rare reaction, but he immediately knew what it meant. The two also looked at Miho.
Thank you, Miho. Now let me finish. You're the lamest friend ever. But what you did back there was really cool.
Yu felt another small tug. He couldn't say anything.
I know. The adults won't understand the value of my treasure.
Now Miho was also glaring at Naoyuki.
I meant, maybe you've covered for me so many times that even my super awesome treasure won't make up for it.
Miho kept on glaring.
You're probably thinking I suck at that kind of stuff, huh? But back there, you were on my side. You fought choosing battle with me, friend.
Remove the friend bit.
Ah, but we're friends.
Friends! Friends!
Yeah, of course we are. But ending a sentence with friend?
Details! Who needs them?
Cheer up, you. Looks like whatever happened out there, you did a good thing.
Yeah, well, they are looking down on kids, too. I just couldn't let them do that with Miho around.
Oh, you. So mature.
What will we ever do without you?
You really gotta meet your quota, though. I won't always be lucky enough to give you extra stuff.
Hey, I tried my damnedest today. I'm not kidding about the treasure either.
Yeah, treasure.
Do you even know what a treasure is?
Can't be too important from the looks of it. The adults weren't amused.
And that's where they're wrong. See, you, a treasure is something so important, it's worth a year's quota.
Not a magical machine that produces food, I'd bet.
No. In fact, you can't eat most treasures, but they're really important and really rare.
Important and rare?
Yup. It's worth a year's quota for real.
Well, let's see it then.
It's super important and super top secret. But I'll do you this one special favor.
Okay, out with it then.
Just a sec.
Naoki pulled out something weird wrapped in a cloth tucked in his pants.
A handgun?
Shh. Not so loud, dumbass.
How is that a treasure? It's a handgun!
Have you ever owned one?
Of course not.
Exactly. Only adults carry these things. They're so super valuable, adults take real good care of them. What's more, it isn't an ordinary handgun. Look at it.
Is that a knife attached to it?
Now you're getting it. You've never seen one, have you? Ultra rare, right?
You're not exactly wrong, but it's still a gun.
So?
Well, do you even know how to handle one?
Don't be such a worrywart. I'll never put my finger on the trigger. It looks cool though, doesn't it? You want to touch it, don't you? Are you sure? This isn't an ordinary handgun. Who knows when you'll ever see one again?
You shyly reached out his hand halfway to Naoki.
Since I'm such a good friend, here, you can hold it.
I've never seen one like this before.
Right? If the adults saw this, they'd have to admit how awesome I am.
It's a little unbalanced, but the grip looks and feels great.
Okay. Try not to sound like a creep about it.
So this is why you were so excited earlier.
As if you weren't.
I never should have doubted you, huh?
Yep.
Have you seen them yet?
Whoa! Where'd you come from?
They're still not here, huh?
Maybe they got lost? It's not that easy to find this place the first time.
Now that you mention it.
Hey, Hakari! Have you seen my treasure?
No?
Come here. Let me tell you all about it.
A few hours later,
They're here! Sanctus soldiers!
you stood up with a smile.
Look, Miho! They're gonna be so happy to hear about us! We work hard every single day, just like Lord Septimus teaches. I know it's a little tough to go out there every day, but it'll pay off, okay? Lord Septimus will take care of us. I know he will, since he's so nice to Mom and Dad. Come on, we gotta go see them!
He grabbed Miho by the hand and gently tugged her along.
But sir, we're running short on supplies ourselves. Even the children.
We are all suffering, brother, but heed my words. Lord Septimus asks only for a portion of what you are about to receive. Give, and it shall be given unto you.
That small portion. Right now, it could be a matter of life and death. By the time Lord Septimus sends help, we'd all be dead.
Have you no faith, old man?
No need for hostility, brother. We must understand their plight. But rest assured that, when the time comes, Lord Septimus will be there when you need him the most.
Please, you have to really understand. This not only makes it harder for my people to live every day, I also can no longer assure how long our group will last. That is a recipe for disaster. It's when people are uncertain and fearful that things fall apart.
How many times do I have to repeat it? You have no need to fear.
My brother, this small setback to your people is a big step forward. Such show of faith is an opportunity only to the fortunate. Lord Septimus is the great provider. He will provide. You have nothing to fear.
Aren't they super cool?
What are you talking about?
Sanctus soldiers. They always speak with such dignity, authority.
I guess. Aside from the fact that they're giving the Elder a tough time.
Don't be such a negative Nancy just because you don't meet your quota. They say we're all equal in the eyes of Lord Septimus.
Exactly. That's precisely the point. My treasure is just as good as 15 years of you meeting the quota, right?
I guess. Maybe you should show the soldiers and ask them what it's worth.
Don't be crazy. I'm not gonna give it up, even in a life or death situation.
Well, your call. Let's go talk to the soldiers.
You sure that's a good idea?
I think they're nice.
See? Even Hikari agrees.
In this game, you interact with the world by clicking on objects. Try clicking on the soldiers to talk to them. So... We don't have anything in our inventory here, and there's only a couple things we can interact with.
Sir! Keep up the good work, sir!
Oh, don't bother with the honorifics. I'm just the gopher. Compared to the lieutenant, it's embarrassing to think Lord Septimus even allows me in his holy army.
How could you say that, sir? Lord Septimus chose you. There must be something special about you.
I suppose I'm extremely efficient with the petty chores they give me. Carry luggage, do the laundry. I'm very good at those.
Do the laundry, sir? Why'd you have to do that? Don't you have people for that job back home?
Oh, we do. But we rarely ever touch base. Not these days. We go from town to town, always on the road. I've been tasked to wash everyone's clothes whenever possible.
Those uniforms, huh?
Yeah. Take a look at how clean they are. You wouldn't think we go to all the small communities and hard-to-reach places, right? That's my biggest contribution to our unit. Thank Lord Septimus.
Amazing! I'm sure Lord Septimus is grateful for your work, sir.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine.
Those uniforms, huh? I can tell how much effort he puts into cleaning them. Oh, and he's a newly commissioned officer. You can tell not just by how nervous he is, but also his patch.
So now we have the timid soldier profile in the inventory. Sometimes you gain profiles by interacting with people. Profiles can provide valuable insights there. Sometimes you need to progress through the game. You view profiles in the inventory screen by clicking on the eye box at the top right screen and then selecting profiles. Like so.
Hey, sir.
Hello there, child. You must be you, right? I've heard about you.
You have?
Indeed, child. I've been made aware that you've been serving Lord Septimus exceptionally well. You always exceed your so-called quota, correct? A measure of how hard you work for your blessed community.
I suppose that's true, Mr. Soldier, if I may say so myself. Not that I'm boasting. I owe everything to Lord Septimus.
Blessed child. May Lord Septimus keep on guiding and giving you strength. You shall never forget the favors you do for him, and for the greater good of Sanctus. Someday, you shall be handsomely rewarded.
That's too much, sir. I'll do my best to exceed the quota as always.
Forth, my child.
Ugh, he's so nice. Probably the nicest soldier I've met so far. Hey, Miho, did you see that patch? It's different from everyone else. It has 4 petals on it. That means he's a lieutenant, a high-ranking officer.
So now I have the serious soldier profile.
Sir!
Hey, kid.
Good job, sir!
Well, thanks, kid. You're a little odd, but I appreciate it.
My pleasure, sir! Look at the big guns they carry on their back. Those things must be real heavy. Is it heavy, Mr. Soldier? The rifle on your back.
Oh, this? I suppose. Standard issue weaponry for roamers like us are a little high-powered. Heavy, but they pack quite a punch. They're not toys, though. Remember that. A kid like you wouldn't be able to carry one around. We even have to make sure we carry him upright, or else it'll mess up our balance.
Oh. Someday I'll be strong enough to carry one on my back. Wow. Rifles Lord Septimus only gives to roamers.
Can you, like, stop staring now? You're creeping me out.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, sir. This guy's rank is a little lower, judging by his patch.
So now I have the finicky soldier profile. So I don't think we're actually able to select these. These are just for reference.
Elder, it must be such a big responsibility taking care of everyone. Hey, it'll be okay. We just have to trust Lord Septimus.
You? Oh, how I wish.
We'll be okay, Elder.
Yes, we will. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Elder's profile's been added to the
Happy?
inventory.
What? Talk to everyone with a big grin on your face.
I guess so.
Real Sanctus fanboy, aren't you?
Hey, Lord Septimus accepts everyone. We can probably find a way to get you chipped eventually.
No thanks.
Your loss.
Nothing could take away from Yu's good mood that night. The night went deeper, but he did not snap out of his dreamlike haze.
Hey, Mijo? Did you see those soldiers? Dad told me Sanctus soldiers were real nice to him and Mom when we were little. Back then, everyone was struggling to get by. But Mom and Dad worked hard for Lord Septimus, so they were properly rewarded. That's all we have to do. The perseverance is part of it. Lord Septimus does what must be done. He rewards the faithful for sure. I felt bad for the Elder, but Sanctus Doctrine says there's a reason for everything. Did you know that Lord Septimus wrote the Doctrine himself? We should trust the Doctrine and work hard for Lord Septimus. Someday, I'll get you to a better place. By the grace of Lord Septimus, maybe we can even live in the capital. Remember the stories Mom told us? Once we reach Novus Tokyo, we can sleep in a comfy bed and eat food without digging through rubble. For now, we have to work for it, pray for it. Lord Septimus will reward us, I'm sure. So please don't be mad anymore, alright? I had to do it. We have to stay strong. We have to stay alive. If we survive, we'll eventually be able to live in the capital. I won't have to do that anymore. I know what I did is the real reason why you don't want to talk right now. Maybe you think I'm some sort of monster, a bad guy. But we're safe here in the encampment. And the people are real nice, too. Well, now Yuki's a little annoying. Kari should never be allowed to run with scissors. The adults are a little scary, but as long as we bring them food and supplies every day, they can't hurt us. Who knows? Maybe we won't have to move for a while. Maybe I won't have to do things I don't want to do. Things you don't want me to do. Come to think of it, it's been nearly 4 months. That's the longest we've ever stayed in one place since Mom and Dad died, right? With a little luck, the kind of peace we have will last until Lord Septimus decides we can move to Novus Tokyo. You know what I mean, right? No more bad things from now on. Even the soldiers are here. We must be part of Lord Septimus's great plan. So, please cheer up. 4 months since the incident, still the same response. Mijo, you're not gonna stay that way for long, alright? I'll find a way. I'll do whatever it takes. Even if you can't forgive me, I'll find a way to make you happy. For now, let's go to sleep, Mijo.
Wake up, sleepyheads!
Yeah, auto doesn't work.
Sleepyheads!
What?
Good morning to you too! Is that how you treat your personal alarm clock?
As if I need one. It's too early, isn't it?
That's the point. We have an important mission today. Let's call it Operation Sunrise.
If it doesn't have anything to do with robots, I'm not interested.
Gundam joke.
Let me rest. I plan to do double quota today.
Well then, what if I tell you you can quadruple your quota with this mission? And that's if you have terrible luck. If Lord Septimus smiles on you, we're talking 10 times the quota.
Don't use Lord Septimus's name for one of your gags.
I'm dead serious here. I'll show you how awesome treasures are. Do a good job, and we're looking at meeting quota for the next 10 years. All in one day.
It doesn't make sense. Is there even enough food in the world for something like that? Even if we found something extremely valuable, it's still about how much food it'll trade for. If no one's got enough stock for whatever you think that treasure is worth, it'll be off our hands for a month's worth of food at best.
Okay. What if it's something that'll make Miho really happy?
I'm listening.
You can read, right? Take a look at this.
Someone's note. To their daughter. So what?
My lovely daughter, I've left a present for you in the blank. Take it, if I'm no longer around by the time you read this. Remember what I taught you about faith and knowledge, and you'll find it. So, can't quite make out what this is supposed to be. I can see an E at the end. Second letter is either an O or an A.
Come on, think! The you I know is smarter than that.
Whoever wrote it kept something for their daughter.
Exactly. A treasure for a young girl, just like Miho. Don't you want to see it, Miho? Hikari here's all excited.
It could be something really nice, like a bracelet or a hairpin.
You remember that one time he cheered Mio up by bringing her a cute charm. The memory sent all sorts of signals that woke him up.
A gift for a daughter. Huh. That doesn't mean we should take it.
Hey, if I found this note lying around, who knows what happened? If we find the rightful owners, we just return the treasure. Easy.
I don't know.
What if someone else finds it? Like a looter or something. Bad guys.
Bad guys? We'd be the bad guys if we took a gift meant for someone else. Even worse if it's actually a treasure.
Hey, it's dog eat dog. We're not bad guys. Just a bunch of kids trying not to get kicked out of their home.
Fine, fine. We'll go. No need to put it that way. I feel bad enough taking someone else's belongings already.
We're not stealing anything. It's no different from acquiring stuff for quota. Honest to goodness. We'll give back whatever we find if the actual owners ask for it.
Well, what the heck. Let's just go. I'll take my chances if it could make Miho happy. I just hope we don't make some other girl sad in the process. So, we know there's something out there, but do we know where it actually is? If you found that note, but you still didn't bring back the treasure, it's either because you need help for some reason, or you chickened out.
Chicken out? Me? As if I'd ever. I know the place. I've seen it. It's a really cool cave with a huge stash of military-grade hardware. If even half of that stuff is functional, the Elder and everyone will be so thrilled. Of course, those things are heavy, and that's why I need a tiny wee bit of your assistance.
Oh, come on. First a treasure hunt, now it's lifting military equipment? You're not pulling my leg, are you? Because I really don't want to waste my morning on something stupid.
Look, if I'm right, and I am, we'll bring back what the group needs to stay safe. If the note I found is for real, it's a double whammy. We could give it a shot, or you could spend hours finding mushrooms or something that'll feed us for half a day. There's barely any fruit left to pick. You know that. Even your output's dwindling, and you're the scavenger extraordinaire.
Don't call me that. It's stupid.
We have a chance to bring back something really valuable today. For the group, or for Miho. You either scrape the bottom of the barrel, or we hit pay dirt. I swear, There's so much stuff in that cave, Lord Septimus would be jumping up and down.
Are you sure about that? Because if it were me, I'd grab what I can so I won't be talked down to by the adults.
But I did. If they weren't so mean to the great Naoyuki, I would have showed them the handgun.
So, there was a big stash of military gear, and all you could take was a handgun.
If I brought too many, they'd be suspicious. They'd ask where I found those, and we wouldn't be on our way to a treasure trove right now. I could see it in your eyes. You think the handgun is cool too, don't ya?
I've never seen one with a blade on it.
Come on, don't be shy. All you have to do is ask.
Naoyuki takes out the handgun.
Gaze at its glory. The most beautiful handgun in all of existence.
Oh,
You felt a familiar tug on his clothes.
it's still a weapon, you know, not a toy. You gotta handle it with care.
Yes, Dad.
Let's just go.
We're gonna go find treasure!
Look, even Hikari is excited. Are you sure there's such a place?
Yep, absolutely. 100% certain.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Ha ha ha! My pants are gonna be safe this time.
Fine. If you're really, really sure.
I am. Saw it with my own eyes.
Naoyuki started walking ahead, followed closely by Hikari. He looked back at you, who was looking at Mio.
So, are you coming or not?
Are you? Are you?
Let's go, Miho.
Great!
Treasure, here we come!
What's that supposed to be?
Are you blind? It's a cave entrance, obviously.
It sure is. Doesn't look like a place that holds treasure to me.
What's treasure without a little mystery, eh? That's what makes them so special.
Oh, I get it. Everything you told us earlier, all lies. The truth is, you found this place, but you're too scared to check if there's anything in there yourself. You made up all sorts of things about treasure so you could get us to come with you.
Come on. I wouldn't lie to a friend.
Lying to a friend, huh?
I got this handgun from in there, and I'm telling you, there's more. Why would I make that up? Okay, it's a little cramped and creepy inside, and I ran off as soon as I picked up my treasure. But I took a good look before I scrammed, and I'm telling you, you're looking at a gold mine. Details. You can't stuff your face with them.
You can't do that with treasure either.
Ugh. You still don't get it. Just go inside already.
Gonna go find treasure!
Whoa.
What did I tell you?
You were right for once. Can you believe that? This is amazing. I can't imagine why no one's ransacked this place yet.
It wasn't easy finding a cave like this. Ever wondered why I kept missing the quota? I was looking for the big haul, yep. You're welcome. Ah, he isn't listening.
He was already tinkering with everything his eyes could see.
If we brought any of these back, the soldiers would love it for sure.
Now. It isn't treasure if it's that easy to obtain.
What are you talking about? Just help me find a way to carry back as much as we can.
Would you rather do that, or help me unlock the treasure vault that we're actually here for?
Oh, come on. Now's not the time for your treasure nonsense. We're pretty far from camp. If we don't hurry, we'll only be able to bring back a few things before the soldiers arrive.
Listen, you. What I'm saying here is that if you don't calm down, you'll miss the best part about this. Sheesh, he isn't listening.
A rifle, and it looks like a case of ammo for it.
You could probably convince the Elder that this is a week's worth of quota.
I could do without the pun, but you're right, this rifle looks powerful. Once we get it checked, it could be extremely valuable, especially if the ammo fits.
That's great and all, but we still have to look for the treasure.
I know, jeez. It's a letter on a piece of wood.
Do you think it means anything?
So now we have piece N.
We should take this pistol and have it checked by the adults. If it's fully functional, that's a day's quota for all 4 of us.
I know, right? But we're here for the treasure. Let's keep looking first.
Fine. It's locked. Must be the treasure chest.
Hey, don't mock me. It is a treasure chest. I'm sure of it.
With all the high-value stuff lying around, you really gotta wonder what's so important it had to be stored in a safe.
You wouldn't happen to know how to pick the lock on these things, would you?
You don't just open these things, dumbass. Let's look around for hints. Maybe the key is around here somewhere.
Look! There's a usable first aid kit in here. What did I tell you? You're in a gold mine. It's amazing, I know. But let's go look for the treasure first, okay?
Treasure or not, this box of supplies could last us for a while.
I know. You're welcome. Now back to searching.
We'll grab this.
I don't know, but it's not the only one.
So? These things are a choking hazard. How many kids are you looking to hurt?
Don't be stupid. If these letters form a word, we could be looking at a code or a password for your treasure here.
I don't know. That sounds like a stretch.
You got better ideas? Go get a rock and break the safe open. Let's see how that works for you.
Shut up. Fine, let's pick up the damn letters.
Piece I has been added to the inventory.
Look! There's a usable first aid kit in here. What did I tell you? You're... It's amazing, I know.
Treasure or not, this...
I know. You're welcome.
Okay, so that was the crud. I didn't mean to hit this one.
Kit in here. What did I... It's amazing.
Treasure...
I know. What are you looking at? A rock?
No, it's a dirt pile.
Oh, so interesting.
Treasure is supposed to be hard to find, right? I'd pay more attention to things if I were you.
I guess. Do we pray to the dirt pile? Maybe it used to be an altar? Goddess of treasure, please show us the way.
In case you're wondering, I keep hitting the right mouse button.
Whatever. Voila! It goes all the way to the computer. If that thing works, maybe we'll have a chance.
Yay! Treasure!
Don't celebrate just yet. Not until we have real treasure in our hands.
Ah, you. It's a shovel.
I know what it is. No need to say it aloud.
Hey, you do it too.
Do not.
You definitely do.
Like I care. Ugh. That's not what's important right now, okay? We should be thinking about what this shovel is for.
Now you're gonna tell me what a shovel does, Captain Obvious?
I can tell you we could use it on that dirt mound and maybe find something nice. For the treasure, okay? Good, let's do it.
So now we have the shovel. You can use items on objects in game by selecting them and then interacting with certain objects in the view. You can also select objects with the up and down arrows near the item box in the top right corner of the screen.
Another letter. Let's check if there's more.
Piece S.
A weird-looking decoration.
You think it's one of those... what were they called? Abstract art?
Sure looks abstract to me. I don't know how that passes as decoration. Do you think it looks nice, Miho? Thought so.
Ugh, a human-shaped skull.
Do you think it's real?
I don't know. Real or not, it's still pretty unnerving.
Really?
Oh, I see. Gravedigger U is at it again.
Whatever. I just don't get scared easily.
You're so ugly, you broke it!
Dumbass. You probably pissed your pants and ran out of here so fast you didn't even see it was broken.
Yeah, like I'll buy that.
You shrugged and pleaded innocent.
You're not thinking of digging up that random pile of dirt, are you?
You shook his head with a defeated expression. He started digging with the shovel. Naoki watched in awe and a little embarrassment.
Found something.
What?
I don't know, but there are letters in it. Could be part of a secret code? Or a password? Ring any bells?
So it's a password, is it?
Could be. It's missing a few letters. We could make sense of it once we have those letters.
I'm all eyes and ears.
Letter rock's been added to the inventory. G, O, and S to the inventory. Some items can be combined. To go to the inventory screen, select which item you want to combine, then click on the Combine button. Select which item to combine the first one with.
I don't think there's any more. I sure don't see any.
You're right. You just said something smart for once.
Excuse me? That's not how you talk to a treasure hunting genius.
If you say so. A laptop.
You think it works?
Only one way to find out.
There I go again. You press the power button.
It's asking for passwords. How greedy. You usually only ask for one.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but will it help us find the treasure?
Well, something here's important enough to be behind passwords.
All right, here we go. Treasure!
What did I say about passwords? We need two. Don't celebrate till we have those.
Meh. Details.
So... like, I don't know how I actually leave this screen.
No good. We have to try something else.
There we go.
It's locked.
Hey, don't mock.
With all the...
You wouldn't happen...
You don't just open these... Maybe the key is around...
So we have N, I, and S. If we had a P, it would spell out gossip.
It fits.
Of course it fits. This rack is probably supposed to hold more letters. Too big for just 3. There goes another one. Are we missing more?
That's all the letters. Now what?
Okay, so now we have to reposition all of these. Thing is, was there something here that gave us a clue? Because the S's have different values. I'm not a Scrabble player, I don't know if there's some significance there.
Maybe these things form a word.
A word? They look like random letters to me.
We can change their order, like this.
I still don't see a word.
Calm down. We have to try harder.
Click on the letters to switch them around. Ah.
No, sis?
I don't know if there was a clue here that's supposed to tell you that, but it's the only word I can make out of all of those.
Sounds like a word, doesn't it?
It means knowledge if you're not familiar with it.
Are you sure? What does gnosis mean then?
No idea.
What are we supposed to do with a word we don't understand?
I don't know. Do you want your treasure or not?
Sure I do.
Then let's see if we can find a use for the word gnosis.
I really hope you're right about this one.
There's a bag there.
Looks like it's time for the master scavenger to show off his chops.
You know, the key to the treasure we're looking for could be in that. But if you're gonna be annoying about it, I'm not even gonna bother.
Fine, I'll go check.
Naoki went on all fours. He crawled beneath the hammock and reached out to the bag in front of him.
Empty plastic bottles and water canteens. These things barely count towards the quota.
Thank you for the confirmation. Great job.
These don't have anything to do with our treasure either, you.
Hey, it was worth a try. Now stop acting like a dog and get up.
Ugh.
Doesn't make any sense. Kid's a harsh critic.
It's locked. Must be
Hey, don't mock me.
with all the high-value stuff.
You wouldn't happen to know how to pick the lock.
You don't just open these things. Maybe the key is around here.
Hey, look! A wire is attached to it.
So I've noticed. It goes all the way to the light bulb. Must be how you turn it off.
Aren't you the genius?
It's not rocket science. I didn't say anything because we have no reason to turn the light off.
You're right, I guess. It would be really dark in here if we did.
You lifted the skull, which revealed what seemed to be a switch beneath it.
I know we have to leave no stone unturned and all, but what do you expect to find under that?
You quickly pressed the light switch before Naoki could react.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh, will you look at that? It actually is the light switch.
Whatever! Just turn the light back on! Hey, look! There's something strange going on.
That's not strange. It's a hint.
A hint?
Look, the glowing lines form a word. T-H-E-O-S. Theos.
Which I think means God.
Huh. Theos. Is that a word?
I'm not sure, but it could be a hint or password.
Theos, huh? I guess we should remember it. Now turn the lights back on!
I really feel like scaring you a bit more. Miho and I are used to darkness.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, I don't know where the clue for Gnosis is, or if you're just supposed to figure it out like I did.
The sound of victory.
Great job, you! Now, where's our treasure?
The laptop's connected to something. Beats me whether that's treasure or not. Let's go check it out.
Check it out, we will!
Check the safe.
Yep, the password did the trick.
What are you waiting for then? See what's inside already! Let me see!
Treasure! Treasure!
I don't know. It just looks like some kind of techie gadget.
Is someone in there? Hello?
Someone's outside!
Yeah, I heard. Stay quiet.
I told you you're imagining things.
Anyone there? We're Sanctus Patrol.
Sanctus! It's the soldiers!
What happened to staying quiet?
What are you talking about? Let's go! The soldiers are here!
Soldiers! Yay!
Ugh, whatever.
Oh, look, Reg, kids.
Yeah, Gibbs. Been on a scavenging hunt? What are you youngsters doing way out here?
Nothing. What are you all the way out here for, Mr. Soldiers?
We're Sanctus officers, and we're scouting the area. What might you be doing here, kid?
I'm happy to report that we were out looking for supplies when we found this place.
We're pretty far from the nearest nomad camp, aren't we? It's kind of brave of you to be out here.
Thank you, sir. We stay at the mansion in the forest. Your friends came over to ask for supplies yesterday.
Our friends.
Oh, yeah, of course. The requisitions team.
Did you find anything in here then?
Yes, sir! There was...
Naoki stepped on Yu's foot.
I mean, there are weapons in there. We don't know if they work, though.
We were just trying to figure out how to carry them back. Heavy stuff, right, Hikari?
Yep.
I see. Well, we know it's a storage of sorts. We're quite familiar with the area. Just surprised to find a bunch of kids hanging around.
Just trying to serve our group and Lord Septimus, Mr. Soldiers.
That's great. Must have been tough.
We managed, Mr. Soldier. We know Lord Septimus's generous hands bless us every step of the way.
You're right about that. In fact, maybe he did lead us to meet you kids here. Our settlement nearby got more space recently. We've got plenty of supplies there. If you want, you can come with us.
To a Sanctus settlement, Mr. Soldier?
That's right.
We're not shipped. Are you gonna leave us here?
Don't worry, kid. We're very accepting of children. We know they need help the most.
Is that so?
We're going to a Sanctus settlement.
Not so fast. What about the Elder and the others?
Mr. Soldier, how far is the settlement from here?
Not that far, really. Maybe 30 minutes from here on a truck.
In that case, we can just go back and tell the Elder what happened once we've seen the settlement. Right now, Yuki? You want to check out a place where you don't have to meet quota every day, don't you?
I guess.
I guess that settles it. You hop on with Reg here. I'm driving.
You're leaving me with these kids. Oh, fine.
We'll try not to cause too much trouble, Mr. Soldier.
Just get in.
You looked at his friends. Hikari was starry-eyed in her first ever truck ride. Naoki looked irritated by the constant motion. Mio was silent, and so was the soldier sitting beside her.
This is so awesome. I can't believe I'm riding an actual Sanctus truck. Everyone back at the settlement is gonna be so jealous.
Will you keep it down? You're really starting to get on my nerves.
What's the matter? You okay? You know, you don't look so good.
Just shut up. Jeez. Every time I open my mouth, I feel like I'm gonna hurl.
You're motion sick now, Yuki? You big baby.
How come you're fine? I'm dying over here.
The road just doesn't bother me. Especially when I'm in an actual Sanctus vehicle.
Right? This is the coolest.
Ugh. You're making me more sick than the truck ride.
Sorry, kid. It'll be over soon. The roads around here aren't really the best, but we just gotta make do.
You just gotta offer it up to Lord Septimus now, Yuki. Right, Mr. Soldier?
Yeah, absolutely. Just offer it up.
This really blows.
This is so fun!
You doing okay, Miho? Are you getting motion sick too? Just like the soldier said, the ride will be over in no time. We'll be okay. All right then.
Let's start with talking to Naoki.
Ugh. I'm seriously gonna hurl you guys.
Oh, come on now, Yuki. Stop being such a baby. You have to look strong in front of Lord Septimus.
The soldier gave a silent nod.
See? Hold it in and be a man.
You don't know how it feels. Ugh.
Look at Hikari. She's having a lot of fun.
It's not so fun for us. Right, Mio?
It's okay. We'll be there soon. Right, Mr. Soldier?
Righto.
You sure are having fun, Hikari.
Isn't this great? Bumpy road! Bumpy road! Yay!
Woohoo!
You saw Miho collide with the corner of his eye.
Just don't move around too much, okay? We don't want the others to get motion sick.
Oops. Sorry. Bumpy road. Bumpy road.
Are you feeling okay, Miho? Just tell me if anything's wrong, okay? I mean, wave your hand or something. You know what? You don't have to do anything. I'll use my big brother senses to know if you're feeling uncomfortable. For now, just sit back and enjoy the ride. You're so calm, Mr. Soldier. Doesn't the bumpy ride bother you?
Been through worse. We go far and wide for Lord Septimus, riding on all sorts of vehicles.
Wow. Do you think I can be a soldier someday too?
It's not going to be easy. Is your faith in Lord Septimus strong?
Yes.
Great. Maintain that faith. You'll need it.
Thank you, Mr. Soldier.
Ah, we lost our shovel.
He's trying his best not to hurl. I shouldn't make it harder for him.
I'm behaving just like you said.
Good job.
You gave a thumbs up. What should I ask? Kinda curious about the patch, to be honest, because his isn't like the others.
Speaking of your patch, it looks really cool when you're this close.
It's cool, don't you think? Us lieutenants get a nifty-looking one.
It is. Wow. It must be really nice being a lieutenant.
Yeah, sure. You get to relax in the back while someone else drives for you.
Cool.
There are more responsibilities, of course. You're in charge. Mission success or failure depends on you. It's up to you to bring glory to Lord Septimus. Or bring shame to your teammates. It's not all that easy.
Is that so? Oh, I wish Lord Septimus relied on me that much.
Climb up the ranks, then, if your faith is strong enough.
She looks a bit serious, but I guess she's kind of been like that lately.
Ask about the gun.
That sure is a big gun you have, sir. The soldiers that came to the settlement before have the same ones.
Well, they should. We're part of Lord Septimus's army. It's standard issue stuff.
Yeah. Doesn't it hurt your back, though?
Don't underestimate our training, kid. Us Sanctus soldiers are prepared for the worst.
Isn't it upside down, though?
Huh? Oh, we're not really strict with protocol when it comes to that. You can wear it however you want. You know, whatever's the most comfortable works best. You need to have it ready so you can draw it as fast as you need it.
I see. Lord Septimus is really understanding, isn't he?
Yep, you said it.
I've always loved the design of your uniform, sir. It's stylish and, like, really spiffy.
If you want to fight for Lord Septimus, you gotta look the part.
Yeah, I really love the designs on your patches.
They're pretty neat, huh?
They're super neat. It must be hard to keep your uniform clean since you work so hard for Lord Septimus. Or at least clean enough not to be so itchy when you're out there.
The life of a soldier is not bereft of inconveniences. We do it for Lord Septimus, so no one's complaining. We all have to make sacrifices. If you're a faithful follower, I'm sure you'd understand.
I sure do, mister.
So...
Speaking of your patch...
Turn that off. Is there anything else that needs to be done?
He's trying his best.
I'm behaving just like...
Good. You sure you're okay? We can switch seats if you want to. Or you can come over here and hold my hand. Miho? What's with your face? Are you gonna throw up or something?
You notice as Miho just wet herself.
Oh, jeez, Miho!
Oh, son of a bitch!
What? What's going on?
The girl just pissed herself. It's getting all over the floor. Stop the damn truck.
Why didn't she say she had to go before we got on the truck?
Now I think I'm the one that's getting sick.
I'm so sorry, Miho. Mr. Soldier, I should have noticed earlier.
Son of a... It's on my boots now. I said stop the truck!
All right already. We've got a clearing coming up. I'll park, and we'll clean this up.
Just great.
Are you okay, Miho?
You? How could you let that happen? Miho is a girl. She's not gonna tell you when she wants to pee. You need to be able to tell these things.
I can't make an excuse for this one. She's right.
Hikari's right. You have a young sister.
Like you would know these things.
Of course I would. I've been in the settlement with Hikari longer than you guys. Isn't that right, Hikari?
Yep. Now is a good boy. You need to try harder.
Is that right, Miho? Were you holding it?
You don't just ask girls like that, you idiot.
I'm sorry. I guess you're right. Sorry, Miho. I should have noticed sooner. You were quiet because you were holding it in, weren't you?
Miho shook her head.
Did Miho just shake her head?
You was taken as back as the other two.
No?
She shook her head again.
Oh, is there something else you want to tell us?
You?
Miho looked at the soldiers. One was trying to dry himself off while the other listened to him complain.
The soldiers? They must be a little mad, but you don't have to worry about it.
Miho shook her head.
Should I tell them we're sorry?
She shook her head again.
You're so bad at this.
Ha! What good is a man who can't sense a girl's feelings?
Shut up now, Yuki.
Miho, are you trying to say something about the soldiers? Miho nodded.
You don't like them?
She nodded again. You turned to look at the soldiers.
I don't know. Other than the soldier who was with us and got really mad, I think they're okay.
When you looked back at Miho, he was met with a stern expression.
Miho, what is it that you're trying to tell me? Something about the soldiers. The soldiers.
I'm not gonna wash piss off these clothes. You do it.
Calm down. We'll just get new ones.
Oh! What now?
You?
So that's how it is.
Don't go cray-cray on us now.
I'm not going crazy. I just had an epiphany.
Effie funny?
That's what you've been trying to tell us, huh, Miho? Good job.
What are you talking about?
Shut up. They're coming. Just stay on your toes and do what I tell you to.
Okay.
Just keep your act together, okay?
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
The soldiers walked towards Yu's group, stopping a few feet away from the truck.
Let's get a move on, kids. Lord Septimus favors those fleet of foot.
It's over. You're not fooling us anymore.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, you. What's that supposed to mean?
Shh. Let me take care of this.
So, is that with... That's probably interacting with him. Looks like he has a rectangular hitbox.
What are you up to, kid? Think we're lying about something?
I have to thank Miho for this one. I'm certain you're lying, and that's because...
So we can use that one, or we can point out that his patch is actually the right orientation.
Your patch. It's nicely done. I'll give you that.
Straight from Lord Septimus' seamstress. It's impeccable.
Could have fooled me. Actually, you did. But I was way too excited, okay? The patch is fake.
Like you would know, kiddo.
The real patch has... How hard is it to get something the right side up? Really?
Look at the math on this cocky kid.
Sorry, I'm just shocked. You didn't realize you got the petals on the patch wrong. If going around as fake Sanctus soldiers is your shtick, you'd think you'd have to be more careful. At the very least, you should properly look the part. Were you hanging upside down when you saw a real Sanctus patch?
This kid is getting annoying.
Calm down. The truth shall prevail. Hurry up, kid. We don't take kindly to false accusations. We pour blood and sweat into our work, all for the glory of Lord Septimus.
So this is the part about the rifle being upright.
The way you hold your guns. It's wrong. It's different from the way the guys held it back at the settlement. The settlement guys had theirs right side up. You're carrying yours upside down.
Big deal.
Like I said, we're not really strict about that. What does it matter if the damn thing's pointing up or down?
I can't say for sure whether those weapons are poor imitations or not real rifles at all. But the standard issue rifles should definitely be much heavier than that.
We're not so weak in the knees for that to happen, kid.
So heavy, in fact, that you have to wear them in the right position.
Or you lose your balance.
Otherwise, they'll mess with your balance. If you were highly trained soldiers, you'd carry your weapons in the optimal way. Or at least in a way that won't affect your ability to perform your duty. If you had to chase an infidel that way, you'd be a mile behind.
This damn kid.
Shh. He just has no idea what he's talking about. Hurry up, kid. We don't take kindly to false accusations. We pour blood and sweat into our...
You don't see real Sanctus soldiers very often, do you?
Why would you say that? Weird kid.
There are many of us who serve Lord Septimus, boy. We run into each other all the time.
Then I'd have to chalk it up to pure incompetence that you've messed up something so obvious.
The mouth on this kid.
Please, enlighten us, boy.
My pleasure.
I think the
Maybe you're just trying to look cool, because I gotta admit it does. But you got the capes wrong.
The capes.
Maybe you think they look cool because they are the right capes.
Now, Yuki,
Now that you've mentioned the capes, I remember wanting one for myself. I couldn't possibly have this one wrong, because that's the exact cape that I want.
I want a cool cape too.
I get a feeling that you're right. I can't tell what's wrong with the...
This kid is...
No, just stay. We ran into each other in the woods. You're never safe out there.
You have a plan?
Was there something wrong with the capes? Because I actually can't pull up my inventory at the moment to look. That one might just be a dead end, I'm not sure.
Just get the other two back in the truck. We'll talk some sense into the young boy and his sister.
Like I'm letting you.
Just let me punch this brat in the head.
Calm down, Reg. Boy, who's got the high-powered, upside-down rifles behind their backs? I knew you'd listen to reason. You're a smart kid. Reg, take them back inside.
You heard the man, kids. Time to move it.
How about no?
No?
I heard what you were talking about. You're fake soldiers, aren't you?
Fake? Where'd you get that idea?
So, the farce is over.
What farce?
Gibbs?
It's getting late. I don't want to waste more time with these kids here in the boonies.
Well, if you say so. It's a load off my chest. I'm getting sick of this too, to be honest. Pfft. Lord Septimus, my ass.
What? How dare you?
Uh-oh. You don't say that in front of you. You just don't.
Your lord is human, kid. Human like you and me. Flesh and bones.
Well, what else could he be made of? What makes him so different is what he does for us. What he's done to ensure humanity's survival in this nuclear wasteland.
You're a generation too late.
Forget it, Reg. We're not getting through to an indoctrinated kid. Not so easily, anyway.
What are you...
Shut up! Jeez, patience has its limits.
You and me both. Run along now, kids. We're taking your friends to a better place. Go see how long your Lord Septimus can protect you.
No way. We're not leaving without Hikari and now Yuki.
Oh, yes you are. Or I'll make you.
Now. No need to be rash.
Now you...
Okay, I've had enough.
What happened to not being rash, Gibbs? Calm down.
There's no other way. Get them out of here. I don't want them to hear the screams of their dying friends.
What? Are you serious? Just go!
Gibbs walked with heavy steps towards the truck.
Now look what you've done. Let's go.
What are you talking about? You're not hurting Hikari and now Yuki.
Oh, when Gibbs gets mad, there's no stopping him. Even I can't do anything. Let's go.
No! We're not leaving without...
Reg hit Yu's chest with the butt of his rifle.
Move! Or do you want me to hurt your sister, too?
I said, get them out of here, Reg!
I'm on it!
Reg placed his hand on Miho's head. She glared at him.
So, what's it gonna be?
Yu slapped Reg's arm off Miho. Reg retaliated by pushing him forcefully.
No more drama. Let's go.
Yu turned around, then grabbed Miho's hand. He felt the butt of Reg's rifle prodding him onward. Once they were a few meters into the woods, a gunshot roared from the truck's direction. It was followed by another gunshot.
No!
Reg raised his rifle and pointed it at Yu.
You two are next if you don't scram.
You'll pay for that.
Yu ran towards Reg. Reg hit him with the rifle, knocking him down. Reg then aimed at Miho.
I'll give you a count of 3. This ain't gonna be pretty.
Yu hurriedly got onto his feet, his eyes fearfully set on the man with the gun. He started to backpedal, reaching his arm out towards Miho.
1, 2.
You silently glared at Reg. He took Miho's hand and ran. It did not matter that the terrain was unforgiving. You would stumble, but he'd never fall. He held Miho up whenever she'd trip, but she'd experienced running for her life before. She could hold out on her own, keeping up the pace with him, running in the dark towards nowhere in particular. The grumbling of the truck's engine had faded several meters before they'd stopped. They had to recover their bearings. They still had to find the way back home. You watched Miho press the buttons on their treasure. They were back in the settlement without Naoyuki and Hikari. For the first time, he came back without anything to show the adults. Quite the opposite, he had lost 2 of their friends. He neither had the words nor the courage to explain what happened. Yu was deep in his thoughts. He felt like going to a dark place. Or rather, he felt like he was on his way there. Miho suddenly let out a small giggle, the first time Yu had heard it in a while. Tears welled up as Yu just sat there, amazed. He watched his sister play the video game. She seemed amused. When was the last time Miho showed interest in anything, Yu asked himself. It was then when he realized. This treasure. It had a certain power Yu had never seen before. A rare object that was able to snap his sister out from her limbo.
Treasure? That was pretty nifty, don't you think? These treasures. They can't be a bad thing.
I know what he did. He did it for me. For us. For our survival. But he did a bad thing. A point that had to be stressed. Even if it hurt us both. A point that had to be remembered. Ingrained in our memories, like an anchor that keeps us grounded, keeping us from straying too far from our humanity. It wasn't the treasure that made me happy. It was the realization, and perhaps acceptance, of Yu's actions. Hurting others, taking from others, leaving friends behind. That moment, I realized. For us to get where we are now, still living and breathing, sacrifices had to be made. The best I could do was to not be a burden, and maybe become the light. Become his light in this dark, lonely world.